This is a review of last night's Bigfoot Truth and Lies show. It was a pretty great show. It was a roundtable discussion with Luke Gross and myself, along with the host of the show. Excuse me. That being Hawk and Frog, and their new co-host Tony Mehmed. And welcome to the Blog Talk family, Tony. Tony has joined a long list of Bigfooters who have their own shows on Blog Talk Radio. So we want to welcome you in grand style there, Tony. Welcome. Anyway, it was a great show. Luke and I were discussing about activity in our areas. I discussed about some of the things that have been happening, that my bait station has been being raided lately. Although nothing came around to eat. Nothing came around last night. I put out some popcorn chicken from Tyson and some Nutella on a plate. Nothing has come to get that just yet. So maybe tonight. But anyway, we talked about that activity. Plus, Tony talked about his latest videos. One of his latest videos has a what was it? Apparently something has come along and eaten some cheese that he had out there. Only ate 2 slices of cheese. He had 3 of them out. He only ate 2 slices. They were in cellophane, the way I did mine. I had some cheese in cellophane, and something took it all. Something ripped those cellophane packages open. Well, didn't rip them open. Open them just like we would. Now, I did have them partially open to stick them to the hook on the bait station. But something came along and ripped them. Anyway, Tony had cheese that was gone. He had jelly babies, which are some kind of a candy down in Australia, and also some chocolates. So his squatches like chocolates, and they like jelly babies. He had some kind of cakes around as well, but they weren't too crazy about the cakes. He also had a case of where he had a squeaky toy shaped like a dumbbell. It was missing. It went missing. He had a little rubber ball. He had a little rubber ball out there also, a little red rubber ball, which was slightly moved, but it was not taken. Interestingly enough, so there's a possibility the squatch or the squatches may have played, or the yowies may have played with it a little bit. They took the the dumbbell squeaky toy, but that's not the only thing they took. They took one of Tony's 3 sound recorders. He's hoping to go back to the area and maybe attempt to find maybe they'll bring back the sound recorder, but it's gone. They nicked it, as they say down in Australia. Anyway, and we also talked we talked about an interesting subject referring to we talked about hunting methods of Sasquatches, and we sort of speculated on how they've been known to hunt, how they hunt large prey like elk, especially in the Pacific Northwest. We talked about that. We also talked about population density, as far as how many Sasquatches are there in the United States. I ventured to guess and said about 9,000 to 10,000, and that was the general consensus. Most of the all the panel pretty much agreed with what I said. Now I also made mention of the statistics brought forth by the late Dr. Grover Krantz. He said that there was just in the Pacific Northwest alone, there was in the ballpark of 2,000 of them. John Manzinski recently said on American Paranormal Bigfoot that we're not talking about a population of thousands. We may only be talking about a population of hundreds. So it was a very interesting show, and I really enjoyed being on the show with all the guys, and we had a good time. Next Tuesday night, Next Tuesday night will be Bigfoot Truth and Lies will be back, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/Bigfoot Truth and Lies. Excuse me. I'm getting a bit of a frog in my throat. They're going to have Billy Simmons on. Billy Simmons from the state of Texas. Should be an interesting show, so as always, we do encourage you to please tune in and support great research.